Hey, John, it's Mary Beth.
Hi, Mary Beth. Great to be here.
Yes.
We're going to talk about the armband case, Tinker v. Des Moines.
What an experience that's been.
Hasn't it been? Yes. We never really had any idea it would turn into this, did we?
No idea that this would become such an important ruling for students' rights.
That's right.
So we grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, where our father was a Methodist minister, and then we became Quakers. And so by 1965, I was 13 years old in 8th grade, and John was 15 years old in 10th grade.
And the war in Vietnam was developing steam at that point. People were starting to be killed, and a lot of us wanted to protest against the war. And someone mentioned that wearing black armbands was going to be one way that people would protest.
The principals in Des Moines heard about our plans through the high school newspaper at Roosevelt High School. And so they made a rule against armbands, saying that anyone who wore a black armband to school would be suspended.
That's right. Our dad said to me that he wasn't so sure that I should violate their decision.
So what did you say, John?
Well, I said, Dad, this is just a black piece of cloth, and people in Vietnam are dying. And Dad said to me, well, then for you, it's a matter of conscience. I said, I guess it is. And he said, well, then I support you. You had already left for school.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was really nervous and scared, but one of my favorite teachers was standing at the door with a pink pass to go to the office. And so I took the pass and I went down to the office and my heart was beating. And then I got there and Mr. Willitson, the vice principal, said, Mary Beth, that's against the rules, so take off your armband. So I looked at Mr. Willitson, I looked around the office, and in a great stand of courage, I said, okay, Mr. Willitson. I took off the armband. And the girl's advisor, Mrs. Tarman, said, now, Mary Beth, since you wore that armband and broke the rules, you are going to be suspended.
You know, when I wore my armband, I went to the cafeteria for lunch, and some kids came over and called me a coward and a communist.
We think there were maybe around 10 or a few less that wore the black armbands, but 5 were suspended.
And so we sought legal advice from the Iowa Civil Liberties Union lawyer, and he recommended that we sue the school board in the federal court for violating our First Amendment rights. And so that's what we did.
He really helped us kids feel like there was hope and that we were safe, because by this time, really mean people were coming around. Some people threw red paint at our house. Someone threw a brick through the window. And then one day, a phone rang and the lady said, is this Mary Beth? And I said, yes. And she said, I'm going to kill you. And I couldn't believe that someone was so hateful just because we had spoken up for peace at Christmas time.
We took the case first to the federal district court in Des Moines, and we lost there. And so we appealed to the Supreme Court, and we won 7-2.
On February 24th, 1969, Supreme Court Justice Abe Fortas declared that neither students or teachers shed their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate.
And so that's become probably the most well-known phrase from our case.
I was so happy. And our mother went out and bought some ice cream and soda pop that night.
Yeah.
We found a way to deal with our grief, which was to take action. And it helped us a lot. It helped young people to be able to speak up and stand up when the Supreme Court said that they had a right to do that.